Apple's latest iPhone 17 series has just launched, and while the new models are grabbing headlines for their sleek designs, innovative features, and the introduction of the all-new iPhone Air, a surprising issue has already started making waves. And that's the fact that the iPhone 17 Pro and the iPhone Air, especially in their darker color options, seem to be highly prone to scratches and scuffs, raising concerns among early adopters and potential buyers. Because when Apple unveiled the iPhone 17 lineup on September 9th, everyone was wowed by the design, with the iPhone Air being introduced as the slimmest iPhone ever, and the iPhone 17 Pro boasting an aluminum unibody design alongside the Pro Max flagship. But as demo units began appearing in Apple stores across major cities like China, France, and London, sharp-eyed visitors quickly noticed something troubling. The darker shaded models, such as deep blue and space black, were showing visible scratches after only a few hours of handling. Something you wouldn't expect from devices marketed as premium and durable. And this wasn't an isolated observation either, because Russian YouTuber Wylsacom conducted his own scratch test on the iPhone 17 Pro just days after launch, posting a video on September 18th that clearly showed how easily the deep blue iPhone 17 Pro picked up visible scuffs. And his findings were soon echoed by French publication Consomac, which did a hands-on with demo units at the Apple Store in Lion Confluence. Noticing the exact same issue with dark color models, including the iPhone 17 Pro Max and the space black iPhone Air, scratches were seen forming around the MagSafe charging area of the iPhone Air and across the entire back surface of the iPhone 17 Pro models. And these findings were further supported by Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, who reported similar observations at Apple stores across Shanghai, Hong Kong, and London, confirming that this is not a one-off situation, but rather a recurring flaw in Apple's new finishes. Now, to understand why this is happening, let's look at the materials Apple has used this year. The iPhone 17 Pro features an aluminum unibody, chosen specifically because of the new vapor chamber cooling system that Apple integrated to manage heat dissipation more efficiently. But while aluminum is lightweight and thermally effective, it's also more prone to visible scratches compared to stainless steel or titanium. And when combined with darker finishes like deep blue, scratches stand out even more because the contrast makes them far more noticeable. Meanwhile, the iPhone Air uses Apple's ceramic shield technology on both the front and back, which Apple claims makes the front 3 times more scratch resistant and the back 4 times more crack resistant compared to previous iPhones. But Apple doesn't make any bold claims about scratch resistance on the rear. And that might be because while ceramic shield is excellent at resisting drops and bends, it's not the best material when it comes to preventing surface abrasions, especially in darker shades where scratches become more visible under light. And this trade-off is now becoming apparent, because even though the iPhone Air is extremely strong and resistant to bending, it is not immune to everyday scratches. And this has sparked a conversation among fans and reviewers, because Apple has always prided itself on durability and build quality. Yet the real-world handling of demo units is showing otherwise. Now, while this is concerning, it's not entirely new. Darker iPhones in the past, from jet black iPhone 7 to midnight colored iPhone 13, have also been infamous for being scratch magnets, and it seems history is repeating itself with the iPhone 17 series. But this time it feels more noticeable because Apple has heavily marketed the Air as a revolutionary slim iPhone with cutting-edge durability, and consumers naturally expect it to live up to those promises. As for durability testing, fans are eagerly waiting for JerryRigEverything, the popular YouTuber known for his torture tests, to put the iPhone 17 series, especially the iPhone Air, through his infamous durability gauntlet, which includes scratch tests, bend tests, and burn tests. And while we don't have his video yet, there are already some bend test videos circulating online that showcase just how tough the iPhone Air is in terms of structural integrity, with many testers surprised by how resistant the Air is to bending despite its ultra-thin profile. However, strength against bending doesn't necessarily translate to scratch resistance, and that's why we're seeing this paradox of phone that is harder to bend or crack, but easier to scratch, and that's a frustrating trade-off for anyone who likes their device to stay looking pristine, especially when paying a premium price tag. Now, it's worth mentioning that lighter color models like silver or white variants of the iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone Air do not show scratches as prominently, which can make them a better option for buyers who are worried about long-term aesthetics. But the fact that Apple's flagship colors like deep blue and space black are so vulnerable to scratches is still a major talking point. Some users are already speculating that Apple might address this in next year's lineup by tweaking the finish or even reintroducing titanium to the Pro models for added durability. But until then, cases and skins will likely be the only real solution for buyers who want to preserve the sleek look of their iPhone 17 Pro or Air. So to wrap it up, Apple's iPhone 17 Pro and iPhone Air are stunning devices that push design boundaries, with the Air being the thinnest iPhone ever and the Pro models integrating new thermal technology. But these advances come with compromises, specifically a greater vulnerability to scratches in darker colorways, as demonstrated by demo units across China, France, and London, as highlighted by reviewers like Wylsacom, Consomac, and Bloomberg's Mark Gurman. And as the durability conversation continues, fans will be keeping a close eye on independent durability tests like JerryRigEverything's to see if the iPhone 17 series can redeem itself. But for now, the takeaway is clear. If you're planning to buy a dark-colored iPhone 17 Pro or iPhone Air, be prepared to use a case or risk visible scratches sooner than you like. This is TechVerse.